First, you want to work on releasing unnecessary tension. So you want to roll out your shoulders. It doesn't matter if you roll them to the back, as I am doing now first, or if you want to roll them in the other direction. Just switch it up. And if you've had shoulder surgeries or anything that has caused a lot of pain in your shoulders recently, just do this gently. This is not to try to pull anything out of socket. This is just to release tension, because tension is contrary to resonance. Okay, you can see that I've changed up the rotation a few times. And then another really good way to release tension that may have gathered in your shoulders unbeknownst to you is if you roll your shoulders up to your ears like this, just hold it there for a second. Don't try to choke yourself. Just raise it up there, hold it for a good 5, 10, 15 seconds, and then gently release. Don't need to be throwing anything around in short, fast motions. Just gently, we're working on encouraging good blood flow and making sure that any unnecessary tension is released. Then I would say you want to stand in good posture. If you have scoliosis issues or any of those kind of things, I don't want you to get paranoid about what good posture means, okay? This is not, again, something to obsess over. It's rather a goal and things to be observing as you continue to become more relaxed, as your muscles sort of get used to the singing process, okay? So this would include fairly loose knees. Sometimes even when I'm singing, if I get really focused and I realize I've kind of locked in and I haven't moved for a little while, I'll just sort of shift my ankles in my shoes, lift them up on to my toes a little bit. So just kind of check your legs, make sure your knees aren't locked, and then consider your posture being lifted as though by a string that's sort of drilled through the top of your head, gently. And think of it pulling you up instead of, making yourself rigid or something. It's just actually a string that is allowing you to balance all your other muscles with gravity on either side, so it's sort of symmetrical, but also pulling you up to release or counter the work of gravity, which we know is constant. So think of being pulled up like this, but you can tell I'm not raising my chin. You can hear what that does. So just being pulled up, sort of like a marionette. There's loose motion encouraged as well. It's not rigid, okay? Then that string also encourages your sternum to lift. That is so your ribs can swing freely. Obviously, it makes sense, since they're all kind of attached to each other, that if you drop this, the closer it gets to all the other things that are inside your bod down here, it's not going to have a lot of freedom of motion. So it's a lift again, and it's not a thrust. You'll know because your elbows start to go weird. You just want a lift, and then your ribs have the freedom to expand, which makes your lungs very happy, which are inside your ribs, right? So after we've found some good posture, I've rolled my shoulders up, back, and then back and down. So they're not like this, they're not like this, just loose. You can see there's a little gentle bend in my arm. It's not the sausage stance, okay? It's just a little gentle bend in your arms. Find your belly button. A little lower than that, put your hands on your lower abs. Encourage your abs into your spine while you blow out. Okay, let's do that again. I'm just going to repeat that abs into your spine while you blow out. This is not how we're going to breathe on a regular basis for everything. This is just encouraging concept. Okay, so first, abs into your spine, blow out. On the inhale, release your abs and allow the air to come in. Blow it out, abs into your spine. Release and inhale. You want to make this process as noiseless as possible. Blow out. Release and inhale. Blow out. Release your abs and inhale. And we'll pause for a moment.